Hey folks, welcome to week number 5 and unit number 2. So as I said at the beginning of the semester, each essay will be represented in a single unit, and each unit is going to have a specific goal. So essay 1 and unit 1, we're really focused on understanding the difference between popular and scholarly studies articles, and ultimately what they can and can't tell us. Okay, where do popular articles sort of like come up short? All right, and I think most people with that essay found that they do come up a bit short in some way. So we're going to start unit 2 here. All right, so what we're going to do this week, we're going to watch the week 5 video. You're doing that right now. Congratulations. You're going to read the essay 2 assignment. Again, as is the case with is going to be typically being the case, it will be due at the end of unit 2. We will do peer review and get some feedback on that. So just so you know that. I want you to watch the Essay 2 Explainer video. You're going to read and watch all of our Introduction to PSC library resources. You need to find 2 scholarly studies and then put together the ideas assignment. I'll show you that in a second. And then for Thursday, we're going to check your feedback on Essay 1. My hope is for you to have it back by Thursday, February 12th. My plan is for you to have it in your hands at that point. You're going to complete the research discussion round 2, and you're going to do annotations of those 2 scholarly studies. Those 2 scholarly studies, incidentally, are the ones you'll use for Essay 2. Presumably the ones you are going to identify for the ideas document. So let's go ahead and show you all this. Again, 2 folders, read, watch, and listen. I put most of this stuff in just a folder for Essay 2. There's the Essay 2 assignment. The reason to click the Essay 2 folder here. If you click the Essay 2 folder, that is the explainer video. Okay, make sure you do click that folder to get the video. Okay, the assignment itself. Okay, a reminder of our welcome from Professor Anderson. A quick page from her on resource types, and then an introduction to using library search. Okay. She walks you through a bunch of useful and helpful bits of information here. I do anticipate that you're going to be using the scholarly, the Prairie State databases to find the scholarly studies for your essay. Okay? All right, so that's all of our content work. And then, of course, in work to do, we have the ideas assignment, the research discussion round number 2, and then the Essay 2 scholarly annotations. We'll go ahead and take a look at all of those. Now, just like you did with essay number 1, you have an E2 notebook. So all of your assignments, again, are going to be in that notebook. All right. Do note, it should be in the same folder as your E1 notebook, so it should be there. You should be able to go find it and pop it up. If you don't find it for some reason, please let me know as soon as possible. I'll be glad to fix whatever is going on. Make a new copy of it for you. I'll take care of that. Just please let me know, okay? So as we did before, we've got a cover, and then, of course, all of the assignments. This week, the essay, I made a mistake in here already, and everyone's document is going to have the same mistake in it, because I've already sent them out. The Essay 2 Ideas page, so my apologies for that. Bonus points for folks who correct that, I guess. All right, so the Essay 2 Ideas document. I will tell you that one of the things we're going to do, the key thing we're going to do with Essay 2, again, another analytical essay, we're going to be looking at 2 scholarly studies that are trying to answer the same research question. So what I want you to do first and foremost is identify a research question that you're interested in. After that, after you go through all of the library research training pages that we've got, you're going to try to find 2 studies that are trying to answer that research question. Okay, and you're going to give me permalinks to those. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that permalink in just a second. Feel free to find 2 if you think they're good. You think they're both trying to answer the same question. Go ahead and take that. We're going to submit the assignment. If you don't think, or you're concerned that it may not be right, feel free. Give me some alternatives that you might also be interested in looking at, and I'll give you feedback on which ones I think you should work with. Okay, so again, for this essay, and please watch the Essay 2 Explainer video, we're going to use, we're going to be looking at 2 scholarly studies, that are trying to answer the same research question, okay? And so I need you to find 2 studies that are trying to answer the same question. Do note that they need to be studies and not some other kind of research article. Okay, there are other kinds of scholarly articles other than research studies themselves. One of Professor Anderson's pages goes into different kinds of resources. So you need to find at least 2. If you're concerned, feel free to give me some additional ones, and I'll be glad to take a look and give you the feedback on which ones I think are going to pair best for this. All right. All right. As I promised, I'm going to talk about a permalink. Give me 1 second. I'm going to head over to the library's webpage. All right. Let's presume for a second that I'm interested in learning more about the relationship between coffee consumption and mortality. One of the Essay 1 topics was that. And please, if you are interested in that topic, the scholarly study from your first essay can be one of the 2 scholarly studies for your second essay as well. Okay, if you want to keep studying that. If not, choose something else entirely. So I did a quick search for coffee mortality. It pops a new tab up, and it's going to give me a bunch of different things here. Now, again, we're looking for scholarly studies. We're going to limit to peer-reviewed journals. And again, Professor Anderson's information will address this for us. Come on. Okay, so we're going to limit to peer-reviewed journals. Let's say this first one looked really good to me, okay? One of the issues is that what students will then typically do is just, I'm just going to copy the URL and put it in there. This URL is a temporary address and is just for this individual session in the library. What you need to instead do is get the permalink that is right here, okay? If you click this button, it'll give you a permalink. You can copy the clipboard, and that's what you want to paste in the Essay 2 Ideas section, okay? That's the permalink I need. I want to be able to open it, click it, and get to the article so I can take a quick look at them, okay? So again, what goes here? The research question you're interested in learning more about. What's the relationship between X and Y? Often, okay? Links to 2 potential studies that you think are going to work. And if you want to give me some additional ones that you would like me to take a look at, I'm absolutely glad to take a look at that. One last thing here, do note, okay, anything you find in the PSC library databases, if you click this button for citation, you can actually set it to MLA and it will auto create a citation for you. They're not always perfect, but they're 95% of the way there, okay? All right, let's go ahead and go back to our course shell. All right, so as I said, Essay 2 Ideas assignment can be submitted there. Again, as we did with Essay number 1, anytime you turn an assignment in out of your folder, you want to go to File, Download PDF, Current tab only. Okay, that'll give me the individual assignment. It'll make it easier for me to get to it. It'll make it easier for you. You won't have to sift through a whole document in order to view my feedback, okay? Now, the other thing here is that my intent is to get you feedback on those very quickly. In other words, on Monday, by Monday evening, my plans give you some feedback because I want to be able to give you the thumbs up. Yes, you found 2 studies. They're both on the same research question. I think they're going to work for this assignment. Or alternatively, no, I don't think we're quite there. Maybe take a look at this instead, these sorts of things. If you give me additional possible studies, I want to look through those and kind of say, I think you should do these 2. So my goal is that on Monday, by Monday evening, we'll have solidified which studies you're going to use for Essay 2, and that you are then going to do annotations on them, okay? So if we take a look, of course, the annotations in the summary tab in your document, this is going to work just like the ones you did last week on diet soda, the Fowlers and Peters article, okay? You're going to annotate your 2 scholarly studies. Okay, you're going to upload those to the student notes folder in your class drive, okay, your class folder, all right? Just upload those to it, get me the link, and drop it right there. Put the MLA Works Cited entry of the scholarly study in there. Again, don't forget, right here, this citation button in the library database will create that citation for you, okay? And then, of course, you're going to write the summary and assessment of them, okay? 1 for each study. And then again, we're going to come on over here, just in case anyone needs a reminder, File, Download, PDF. We'll give you the 2 options of Current tab or All tabs. Just make sure you choose Current tab, okay? So you're going to submit that on Thursday. Now, last thing, of course, is to finish up our research discussion. So last week, we started a Google Doc. If you click that link, it will open a Google Doc and opens a document that looks, if I can get this to open, okay, like this, okay. And of course, I'm asked you to fill all of this in, okay, as a group. So that was our goal for last week. I've come in, I've given you some feedback on those. Hopefully you're complete. If not, I might have given you some places I need you to do a little bit more work. Once you've done this, you've kind of responded to my feedback here, then in your Google chat group, in your group, I want you to discuss what you identified and why the two articles disagree on their findings. In other words, what does this tell us about diet soda consumption and whether it's going to help or hurt my weight loss? Okay. The real question here is why'd they disagree? We would expect two studies to agree if they're trying to answer the same question. They do go about it a little bit differently, and that's going to tell us something about what the results actually mean. And that's really what we want to discuss in our Google group this week. All right. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm here to help.